Well, Detroit Lions fans, we have received some information about Isaiah Buggs in some Detroit Lions transactions that should be happening at any moment today. According to Isaiah Buggs' Twitter account, he is no longer with the team, or there is some sort of pending moves that will be made where Isaiah Buggs is going to be moved on from. And I'm going to bring in his tweet now. I'll bring in his page and let's talk about it. So first and foremost, Buggs is, he's someone that's been a part of this team in such a big manner, in such a big way. Big time leader last season. He called the players only meeting, which really sparked change the last half of last season. And now, according to Buggs, he's thanking Detroit for everything. He says, I thank you, Detroit, for everything. The past year has been amazing, from meeting new people, playing with great teammates. But the time has come for me to say goodbye. Detroit 96 out. Now, 19 hours before that, he said, calm down. And of course, we don't know what that means. I can only imagine that something was going on that we'll probably never find out about. But what I want to say about Isaiah Buggs, though, is the guy has been an integral part of this team. If you notice this season's ebb and flows, you'll see that this defensive team has played better when Isaiah Buggs has been in the game, or at least suited up for that day. Highly dependent on how many snaps he played in each and every game, but you could literally go back and look at just about every single game that he played, and the defense had more sacks, more TFLs, more pressures, and more opportunities. Now, there was at least one game, I think it's the Ravens game, don't quote me. It's been a busy morning already, where obviously nobody played well. I don't think anybody's really played well against the Ravens. But there's plenty of games, this season where the Lions really utilized the benefit of having, big body Buggs in there. And I felt like every time that he was in the game, the guys played much different. I mean, you saw it, what was it? The Broncos game, that Buggs came back as the first time back in a game in a few weeks, and they played incredibly. They got amazing pressure on the offensive line and created a lot of big plays. Even against the Cowboys, man, they stuffed the run big time. So don't know what happened. There's been a lot of speculation that, and again, this is speculation. This is not, confirmed. So allegedly, Isaiah Buggs and AG did not see eye to eye on some things and had a falling out this season. No one's confirmed that story, but it just doesn't make much sense that in training camp and throughout training camp, he was a leader in, bringing up Broderick Martin, teaching him the ropes. They were working hand in hand together, man, all training camp, every training camp I went to. Buggs just seemed like he was always involved. And, getting through preseason, he was still always involved. And then it's just like the bottom fell out for whatever reason. He didn't get the shot to play versus the Chiefs. I mean, such a huge opportunity, to start the season against the Chiefs, away, on the road, first game. And Buggs was not on the roster that day, the game day roster. He's been a healthy scratch the majority of the season. So something just doesn't line up here. Something doesn't make sense. And now we're headed into the playoffs. Here's what I can tell you I think could be going on. The Lions need to make some decisions about Bruce Irvin. And we saw Alu get his shot this weekend, last Saturday, I mean. So there could be some moves with those two guys. Now, I haven't read anything else today, but I'm just guessing that there could be some moves with Bruce Irvin, getting signed to the roster because of the impact that he's had. But you also have Aleem McNeil coming back. CJ Gardner-Johnson should be back this weekend playing, and James Houston. There's still a potential that he could be back. The one thing that I will say, though, is this. I don't know that I would take a huge risk with James Houston. I mean, he's by far my favorite defensive end. I mean, I think you guys know that. I've loved what James Houston did in his first season. And I like what Hutchinson brings to the table too, but I just feel like when they're not together, they're not playing as best as they can. Maybe that's why they're going to give James Houston another shot, potentially over Bugs. But I don't know. Do you really want to break up the feel of this team right now, the way that it's rolling right now, and the continuity that they have with a guy that hasn't played since like week 2? CJ Gardner's in a different position. He's on the back end of the defense, and he'll be surrounded by guys that have been playing pretty well the last 4 or 5 weeks. And he's a consummate professional. He's someone that can really slide in, and he knows what to do. James Houston is, for all intents and purposes, a young rookie. He only played 8 games in this rookie season and got in 1 game this season, or 1.5 games. So I don't know that I would make that mistake and want to break up what the Lions have been doing well. I would want to keep the guys that are healthy, that are having an effect on the game, part of the game plan. So again, the cryptic tweet by Isaiah Bugs could potentially mean that he's no longer with the team. I haven't seen anything else come out. Yeah, I definitely haven't seen a statement by the Lions. I don't even know if there's been a press conference yet today. But like I said, it's been a very busy morning this morning with a lot of things coming out. And there's another video that's going to be coming out here in just a moment. I am recapping what happened with the NFL and how they're calling the Lions the ones that are at fault for this debacle versus the Cowboys. And I wasn't going to talk about it anymore, but I guess I just had enough. How could you blame the Lions? So that video will be popping up here in a little bit. It's kind of long. I went into a lot more information that we found, and you'll see that here in a little bit. But Isaiah Bugs, look, from Rock Down Detroit Lions and Rock Down Podcast Network, man, if it is your time to move on, we wish you nothing but the best. I feel like you've been an excellent leader on this team. Again, calling that players only meeting last year really set the tone for how our defense and offense played as a team, as a unit. So I feel like, you've been nothing but a good leader. We don't know what goes on behind closed doors. We never will. And for that reason, I'm not going to speculate anymore, but I'm just going to wish you the best in everything that you have coming forward. And that's really all we can say. So that's it for today's live report of breaking news. Isaiah Bugs has tweeted that he will no longer be with the team. It's his time to move on. And that's all for Rock Down Detroit Lions today. I hope you're all having a wonderful Tuesday and kind of getting back to the way of life, and a happy new year to everybody. 2024 is upon us. The brand new Detroit Lions are headed to the playoffs, and we've got one more game to try to get to 2 seed. We'll see if it happens. But if it doesn't, these Lions are ready. They're pissed off now. So you don't want to play a team that's pissed off. And the Lions, they're ready to voice their heart, and really set the tone for who these brand new Detroit Lions are going to be moving forward. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a phenomenal game at home. I'll be there. And that's it for today. So go on Pride, go Detroit Lions, and Happy New Year. Take care. Bye-bye.